Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of What We Beat Last Week, the podcast where we talk about movies, shows, books, games, whatever we beat in the last week or so. I am Joey. I'm joined by Josiah.
Hello.
Nikki.
Hi.
And Rachel.
Hey.
All right, do we want to start with films again?
Let's start with films.
Films.
Sounds better if we say films than movies. Makes it sound more...
What about cinema? We went to the cinema.
Yeah, we all went to the cinema.
We frequented the cinema.
The cinnamon. The cinnamon challenge.
And then money.
We all saw Project Hail Mary.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Me and Nikki had read Project Hail Mary.
Okay, I
listened to
most of the audiobook.
When?
Like this week.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah. That was a book club book for us
Oh, that's
last
fun.
year.
Project Hail Mary. It's another sci-fi... it's another film adaptation of a sci-fi book by Andy Weir, who also did The Martian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like The Martian a lot, man.
It is... I like The Martian a lot. It's a little early 2010s comedy core.
Yes.
For sure.
But a little Joss Whedon quippy core. But this movie a lot less so. This movie was... Project Hail Mary was... directed by Lord and Miller, the people who did the Lego movie and a bunch of other cool stuff. Part of Solo before they fired him and replaced him with Ron Howard.
Yikes.
Hell yeah.
What did you guys think of it?
I thought it was delightful. I that movie made me excited in a year so far where I've kind of had some underwhelming movies. Most movies I've watched, I feel like I kind of got stuck in a little bit with some movies where I was sitting there and I went, everything's there, but where is the story and why do I care? And this movie, man, I cared a lot. I cared about this guy floating around.
Yeah. Well, they built from a really good book.
That's what
they
I'm
had
saying.
a very good foundation to start with.
And that's I think that this is another one of those instances where people just take directly from your source material. You guys read it, so we can get into that in just a little bit. But
Yeah.
I just from what I could tell and what I've heard, people are saying there's a lot of truth. It's a lot of true to the book taken into this movie, and I think that people that's what they want to see. They want to see the book they read on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it like I always reference one of the writers of The Last of Us, the quality of season 2 notwithstanding, but with season 1 they were like, if the more you deviate from the source material, the better your changes have to be. It's like if you're going to deviate from the source material that obviously you think is good enough to adapt into something else, but it's like writers really want to make everything their own. Even to the detriment of what they're adapting.
Mm-hmm. I
but,
concur.
But this would... Going from book... I haven't read The Martian. Have you read The Martian, Nikki?
Nope.
I haven't read The Martian, but I have heard that it's very similar to the book of Project Hail Mary in that there's a lot of math and science. And I enjoy all of that in the book. But obviously a lot of that wasn't going to adapt well to a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they do a lot of that in the movie The Martian. I think there's more not real, but like they get into the science and the math more in The Martian movie, and I think they probably didn't want to retread all that.
Well, yeah, because guess what? The Martian is kind of a slow movie.
Yeah, that was not as
cool,
fun.
though.
This was like fun. It has a wonderful soundtrack. I didn't want to do math. I wanted to save the planet.
And then like because we got to see them, like you got to see that he had done the math. Like it usually like cut to and you saw like the build, or you saw him building the models, or you saw him working through the calculations in the moment. You never saw him like how Matt Damon talked through how he was communicating. He's like, okay, I know how they're going to connect. Like he's like, I have the rover right here. I'm going to set up these points. And he was like talking his way through and explaining it. Whereas this movie was more, I mean, I felt like a good part of it was like the very beginning, like whenever he he's coming out of this coma and he doesn't know what's like who he is, and just him saying, "Am I smart?"
Yeah.
And just that is like, I think that kind of summarizes like the whole aspect of like why they're showing us what they're showing us. It's because he doesn't really know why he's doing it to a certain extent. So why show us him not struggling through it, but him doing it and like being confused why he's doing it this way when he just can do it.
Yeah. The pacing, it was obvious pretty quick that they were going to move through a lot of that because The Martian is a lot of problem, solution,
Mm-hmm.
and that is kind of how the book Project Hail Mary is. And I could tell very quickly that they weren't going to stick super close to that, because a lot of the beginning of the book is him trying to figure out what is going on. He describes math experiments to figure out if he is on a space station or on the ground or where he is. Like, there's no windows in the book for him to know that he's in space.
Wow, really? Okay.
And he has to like unlock rooms he has to like do things to unlock rooms to learn more about what's going on. I guess we should say briefly the premise of the movie.
Yeah. Oh, hey, sure. Let's describe it for people. Project Hail Mary.
Yes. Ryan Gosling
is
an astronaut
that
Tries to save the world.
from
the Petrova line.
yes, which
tiny little aliens in space.
It's like space algae, isn't that what he said?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like sucking heat out of the sun, yeah.
Unintelligent, life-threatening.
They've named it the astrophage, is the black goo.
Star Eater.
And stuff. And all the stars in the universe are plagued by it. But one. Why?
And
that's why
that's
they go out into space.
I felt like it didn't feel cheesy or forced or slow to bounce back between him in the past and him on the ship. I felt like that as like it happened the first time. I noticed it. I went, oh, okay. Is this going to happen throughout, that we're learning that, okay, he's learning who he is, so we are learning through the flashback who he is as well. I felt like I was like kind of prepared for that maybe to be weird, but it wasn't weird at all. And honestly, it makes sense where they start, because it starts at the very beginning. Like, he's like, am I smart? I don't know who I am. Let me start. Okay, why am I here? Oh, I'm on a spaceship. And then that's like the first thing. He's like, astrophage. And that's like, where do you start with that? He's like, oh, I remember seeing it on the news. I remember looking at my phone and watching the news and seeing this video pop up. And that's this journey. That's where my thought train is taking me. Yeah. He didn't immediately jump to the most recent thing that happened to him. He jumped on the one thing he could latch onto. Mm-hmm. And that carried him through his journey. Yeah.
Did that make sense to you as somebody who hadn't read the book immediately, that he was recollecting these things like in real time in the movie? Like you said, he looked out the window, saw space, and then he's thinking about the astrophage. Like, did that click with you immediately that like when those flashbacks are happening in the movie, that's when they're happening to him? That's when he's
That's a great question.
Remembering things.
I would say, I think that it did click with me, but I would say the most association I had with it was actually at the end, whenever he realizes that he was forced onto the ship. Even though I kind of deduced that, it never said it, which I love a plot device that shows and doesn't tell. And so like that maybe wasn't 100% clear, but at the end there, whenever he realizes, oh, this isn't I didn't volunteer for this.
Right.
And he's like depressed and sad about it. That's like, okay, yes. Now I fully understand that he is remembering these things at the very moment and experiencing and feeling them in relation to these things.
I think that was a good framework for the story. In the book, they concoct some like drug that makes you forget for some reason, which they don't do in the movie, which I was glad for, because that was such a weird like undercut of like the
it just felt
the
like
seriousness of the ending.
That's weird, because it almost feels like they need to explain why he forgets. Whereas this, I just understood he's coming out of a coma.
Right,
he's learning how to use his body. He's clearly, everyone else is dead. He's clearly been in a coma for a long time. It's just like his beard was huge. Like, I understand. Like, I went, okay, cool, association.
What we haven't talked about at all with this movie is Rocky.
Rocky.
Love Rocky.
The space creature, the alien in this film.
compelling even without a face.
The little Grogu type.
Yes.
He's a Grogu.
They somehow made him cute, which in my brain when I was reading the book was never, I was kind of thinking he was a little bit like of a creepy spider rock.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I didn't think it was going to be cute.
When he first sees him, he's like, he's a spider.
Yep.
He's a giant spider.
And that brings a natural reaction.
Yeah. Like, the first time I'm seeing another
bug.
planet's life form, in sentient life form, and it's a spider.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did
we love him.
the having a little buddy make, like, I feel like that hugely differentiates it from The Martian, because Matt Damon is just fucking talking to himself for
Going
2
crazy.
hours.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that was why it was slow.
Yeah.
That may have been, yeah.
It was one man and a lot of math.
And then they had to cut back to other people to kind of
Kristen Wiig.
yeah, and
For some reason.
Wiig.
I don't
Donald Glover,
Yeah.
Why
all
does
kinds of
that
people
movie
down there
actually-
back on Earth.
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean, all kinds of people down there, and so yeah, I don't know. I felt like that kind of kept it in space as much as possible. I loved the way they were like had to learn how to communicate with each other.
That was my favorite
And
part.
that was so, especially like just like the very beginning, like how they're like, they're obviously like trying to figure each other out. He's like following his ship around as he's trying to leave, and it's like matching
Yeah,
him
that was funny.
perfectly. Oh,
That
that's
is
so good.
one difference from the book to the movie. That was a good change, in my opinion, because I wanted to know about it. They didn't say Ryland Grace ever actually goes onto Rocky's ship
No, yeah.
in the book. So him getting to go onto Rocky's
Yeah.
ship and like see his ship.
That was a
is
cute little.
an
Yeah, and I like that
addition.
they don't really
Reciprocation.
show it in like super detail. It's like
Mhm.
it's like dreamlike almost. It's
Yeah,
like
it
magical.
definitely was.
I almost feel like he got like a chance to look through it through his like quartz suit type thing.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
like
that
kind of
was
like
a
we're
cool
seeing
angle.
sort of what he sees, and you're experiencing like this ship of vibration. Do they describe that at all? Like what Rocky's ship is like on the inside? I know they don't
No.
go inside of it, but
well,
they don't.
he's not.
Rocky
he doesn't have
say anything.
eyes, so like it's designed as if
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
The
saying. Like,
people who
does
made it
Rocky
didn't have
somehow?
eyes.
Rocky doesn't like. Oh, I touch things.
But
they
no,
have
yeah,
no
they-
visual
they don't
appreciation
mention-
of anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which
So-
I thought was a really interesting way to look at it. Like he was
Yeah.
like thankful for eyeballs because he was like, "Wow, those are really cool organs! Like that must be so cool. I can't imagine that." You know?
Well, it's kind of scary thinking about like Rocky's species can't look up and see stars.
Yeah.
Went to space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Really cool.
Can't imagine that impulse.
I'm assuming they just and how I want to know. Does it go into detail about how they knew the stars were dying?
Nope.
Well,
Maybe more.
Yeah, because their planet is really hot, like how his little biome was really hot.
Oh, and they started realizing it was cooling.
yeah.
well, and they do develop technology to see space. Like they like
Yeah,
to
they
turn like
showed-
Rocky had that thing in the movie to like make visible light like physical
Waves.
so he can see it.
Mhm.
But in the book they do describe that they have some technology like that. But they also say that like his planet is much hotter and has like a really dense atmosphere, so so a lot of the heat stays trapped, so they have like way longer to solve the problem than Earth does.
Right.
Like
Oh.
Earth is on like a 20-year in 20 years half the population will
Everybody's
be
gonna
dead.
extinct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because humans are
Feeble little humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 to 15. Imagine if it gets 10 to 15 degrees colder on average.
We're fucked.
Just imagine. Well, it's like we had winters here in undisclosed American city.
Somewhere in the
where we had negatives. Now just imagine that you're like, okay, now it will, so like the lowest, maybe it was like -5 or something it got to. Now that's -20, and that just like is the lowest. You're like, that's impossibly bad.
Although a day like today.
Although a day like
Use
today,
$10
I could
cooler today.
I could use a 70 for the high. Damn, that's not
West.
bad.
90-degree March day, global warming. Who?
I'm curious, unless we have any other final thoughts, I'm curious about your guys' ratings for this movie.
What I wanted to say about like the non-linear part of it,
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
usually don't like books like that, but I really liked the way it was done in this book. Like sometimes it is confusing or just like breaks up the story in a way that I don't appreciate. But this added to like the kind of what the hell is happening?
What
Yeah.
the hell?
It's like,
It is like diegetic. It's like
yeah.
part of what his mental space
Yeah.
is.
It's like how he processed it.
Yeah.
it's coming to him
Yeah.
throughout time.
I liked it. It was fun.
I felt
was-
like the twist of him being forced to do it was more obvious in the movie than in the book. Like in the book, I felt like I was more surprised by it and like pogging while reading versus in the movie.
In the movie, yeah, you're sitting there and you're like, how did this guy end
Right,
up there?
yeah,
He's been like a coward the whole anytime that he's on Earth.
And he's been wrong every time. Too.
Yeah, he's been like crying and like saying like I can't be right. I'm bad. I'm whatever.
Do they get into in the movie? Do they mention that Rocky doesn't have water?
They have water on his planet.
Yeah, but
I think it's just assumed because it's he's first met by he's just met and he's like, do you truly believe that there can be life without water?
Right.
And so it just seems like all of a sudden he meets a rock like creature, and I think it's just almost like assumed that he's like, I'm right.
yeah, I thought that
I
was a
feel
point in the book that he realizes or he learns Rocky has no water in him after learning the astrophage does have water, even though it's hot as fuck. He's like, there's no way this could have water, but then it does. But then he meets Rocky. I thought they made a point.
Did
of
he
saying,
ever? I feel like he never did tests on Rocky.
I don't know.
I thought
I
it
don't
was
know. Maybe I don't
very
remember.
cool, like the solid xenon. Oh, that was
Yeah, the
very
xenonite.
cool. The xenonite.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
that those things were just cool. Like how they're like, oh yeah, elements react just differently on our planet because of
It's different.
it's different.
Yeah,
That would
very-
support his
which let us-
hypothesis.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would.
But I like how they show him like crafting things because
Yes.
they don't
Oh, I
describe it
loved
very
him.
detailed in the book, but his
Yeah.
like little fingers and those lines.
And
of
he like
xenonite.
and they're like
His
gooped on his
thank you.
fingers.
Yeah.
He's just like pulling. It's like a spider.
And then they gave him a tool bag. Ugh.
When he started,
Yeah,
and his
yeah.
little celebratory outfit was so great. I love that so much. No, Rocky was very endearing. I liked the voice they picked out for him. I liked the simple language. Happy, happy, happy. Like the way that he talked was great.
I loved how he had to.
Amazed.
He specified between questions. Like
Yeah.
he didn't say statement. Ryan Gosling would say statement, but he always, if it was a question, he said question at the end
Yeah.
to make sure
I mean, we
that
have a
you
mark.
knew. And it just felt like a characteristic of his language that it's like they have to include something at the end of their language in order to assure that what I'm saying is is
Some
is
Earth
asking.
languages do that.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say that's
true.
very
Mandarin
French.
does that.
Yeah.
Okay, now can I hear your guys' ratings?
I don't want to go first.
Josiah.
I don't know. I feel as though it's too early to say it's a 10 out
I
of
have
10.
to see it again.
But you know what? Made me feel a lot of things.
You're allowed to say
I liked that it was longer. Like I felt like it. I was just like, okay,
Yeah, it was
they're
kinda
going
epic.
home. They're going home, and he's like, he's going back for Rocky.
Yeah.
He's going back for him. He's giving it all up, and then it's just so good. But yeah, I'll at minimum I'll say it's 9.5 out of 10.
That's what I gave it. 9.5
Fuck it.
out of 10.
What would make it a 10?
I need to watch it again. I need
I've seen it twice
time
this
to
week, so-
simmer on it.
I've seen it twice this week, and I think it's a 10. I think it was fun. My mom wanted to see it, and I can't remember the last space movie my mom wanted to see.
Aw.
So like it was a family watch. I think it's gonna be a classic.
I give it a 4 out of 5. I might need to watch it again with different expectations because I missed some of my favorite parts of the book, which was like the planning of the Project Hail Mary mission, which they don't go into nearly as much detail in the movie. And I really like those. Like I like movies that go into like planning and like reacting to events like Shin Godzilla. I really like movies like that, and I feel like we don't get as much of that in the movie. But I'm gonna say 4 out of 5 for right now.
Now, Joey, I want you to put this in. Okay, imagine you're in my chair.
I
and
tried to.
You say you don't say 4 out of 5. You say 8 out of 10. Is
Okay.
that fair?
That is simple math.
That is simple math. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. I'd give it
Okay,
3
damn.
out of 3 stars.
3 out of 3.
Okay.
That's not bad.
I don't.
3 out of 3 is a great metric. You know what? I like it.
I know, dude. The 3 stars.
3 stars. I think that's
Here
a.
we go again.
hey,
The
it's
rating
like
system has to be more
it's
consistent,
like the
guys.
Josiah parable.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyways, I was just glad that
Anyways.
this was a great book to movie adaptation.
Yes.
Whereas the last sci-fi book to movie adaptation that we consumed, which was Mickey 7 to
Yeah.
Mickey 17, was fucking horrible.
Really?
That was abysmal.
I like
So-
the movie. What was
You
the
like
book
the
really
movie?
that good? Okay, I guess I should read the book. I liked it. I thought it was fun.
If you had read the book, then you would think that the movie was stupid.
Yeah,
I
it could be
can
an
appreciate
expectations
that.
thing, but
Yeah,
Okay,
I
well,
think
now
we
I
just
wanna read
expected
it.
too much.
we're
Because
like bored
this-
as fuck watching it though.
I watched it
We're
on
like,
a plane
how
ride. I had
fucking long
nothing
is
else to
this?
do.
Yeah. Project Hail Mary though is such a good standalone that you don't even have to
Yeah.
watch or read
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
book, and it had good humor
Yeah.
that appeals, I think, to a lot more people than Mickey 17.
Yeah.
So
and it doesn't
you know.
feel its length like Mickey 17
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Again, I watched it on a plane. I had nothing else to do.
Hey, if I watched that on a plane, I would have been probably having a great time.
Plane movies are great.
I think that maybe this brings up an interesting thing about my experience with watching movies and with reading books and everything like that. I hate trailers. I
Yeah.
hate knowing anything about a movie before I watch it. Do you think that reading the book would kill a movie for me? I mean, I feel
For
like
you.
it's kind of ruined Project Hail Mary a little bit for Joey.
Well, yeah, and
Ruined
it is
Mickey
probably
17 for you both.
yeah, I don't think I've ever come away from a book to movie adaptation being like, fucking yeah, they got it all.
My thing, this has been my life of book to movie adaptations, that I always know that the book is probably going to be better than the movie, so I go into it with that expectation.
Yeah.
But I am not one of those people that has that vivid imagination while they're reading. Like, I don't like fully imagine what a person looks like
yeah,
or
I can't
anything.
picture people.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
really?
Oh, I can.
I was gonna say I have a really
I
active
have-
imagination, so
I can
I've
almost
like,
like trip watching.
yeah,
The movie.
no. If
Like I'm
I've made my
dreaming, reading
peace
a
with
book.
like nothing ever matching what I pictured in my head, but sometimes it is egregious how bad they do movies.
I get so distracted that I will not properly read the words on the page.
Yeah.
I will like look at it and I will be
That's
moving
worse
on.
with
and I go,
audiobooks.
Wait, what
Yeah,
happened?
for
And I
sure.
go back to it, and I.
But that's why I like audiobooks.
But
no,
yeah, so-
I don't imagine things like that when I'm reading. So so movies are helpful for me to have that. Okay, so now I'm gonna imagine Ryan Gosling every time I think about Ryland Grace.
Is that good or
you know?
bad?
That's
Yeah.
why I feel like I have to read the books first, though, because I have that active imagination. Because once I read the movie or watch the movie, it like messes up the whole.
Do you ever like accidentally
head.
slot actors in as like
Uh-huh.
characters in, but and then you
It's not
can't
an
like
accident.
change it?
It's
It's an
not an
accident for me. Like I am trying to imagine a character and then I think of a certain like actor and then it's in my head for the rest of the.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't even match what they said. I can't get it out of
And
my
that's
head.
your artistic agency right there.
When
You're
all-
allowed to do
all of a
whatever
sudden
you want. It's your
someone-
own brain.
My artistic agency.
Artistic,
Okay.
yeah.
Whenever
I was just making
the
sure.
Autistic. Also, I don't
she doesn't have a
know.
Boston accent, Joey. Cut her a break.
I didn't know she was talking about my autistic agency. I don't know.
She
You
was
can have
it.
that too. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways,
smooth transition.
smooth transition. You guys watch any other movies in the last week since the last episode? We
Are
watched-
new.
Huh?
No, you guys go.
We watched other movies. You
What
think about
movies?
if you've ever watched a movie.
Joey, what is the speaking of Bostonian accent?
Oh yeah, speaking of Bostonian, we watched The Departed.
I forgot to write that down.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Let's get into it.
I have never
I
seen
liked
this
The
film.
Departed
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, I had never
Yeah.
seen it. There's a lot of unnecessary slurs.
Yeah.
Yes. Fair enough. It's about a bunch of
no.
guys, a bunch of Irishmen and Italians getting
Oh,
together in
that's-
Boston and having
In
a
the early
hoot and a
2000s.
half.
So-
Can't imagine that's a
It's,
politically
uh,
correct watch.
Well, it's a
Uh,
star-studded cast. First of all,
Yes,
it's like got
it'll blow your
Matt
goddamn
Damon,
mind.
Leo
Oh
DiCaprio,
my God.
Mark Wahlberg, Martin Sheen, Jack Nicholson.
Oh my God.
It's got all kinds of people
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
Jack
That
Nicholson.
one
Jack
guy.
Nicholson is great in it.
Yeah.
It's so.
Does he do movies anymore? Sorry.
It's a
No,
great-
he has like dementia.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Fact check.
Jack Nicholson fact check from Joey while editing. Well, it was reported in 2013 that Jack Nicholson was having memory issues. That has not been substantiated by him or his family. While he has lived a reclusive lifestyle, he has made public appearances in the last few years, specifically a basketball game in 2023 and the SNL 50th anniversary. It's possible he just wants to live a private life with his family and his $600 million fortune. Real What We Beat Last Week Patriots classified this as inconclusive.
Allegedly has dementia. Don't get us sued.
Allegedly. So
Yo, bro.
The Departed That's what it's called, The Departed.
The Departed. Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird. Unless somebody can tell me why it's called The Departed, it feels like a weird name.
Well, because
Do they depart?
I think it's like The Departed. I mean, like you think about like The Departed, like
Is
the
it
people
like
who
an
have died,
immigration story?
and about, I mean, those who are separated. Like it's
See,
just like
I remain unconvinced.
I was thinking more of like, so the main character that you're following is Leo,
Of course.
and he tries to join the police force, and they say, no, actually, why don't you be our undercover guy in this really horrific gang situation,
Cool.
like Irish mob of Boston, and then
Run
he
by
sees,
Jack Nicholson.
run by Jack Nicholson, and then he sees all this horrible stuff, and is like, I need to get out of this, because they keep him in there for a couple of years.
Yeah. Well, there's basically two protagonists because then
True.
you have
Matt Damon, who's like evil.
Yeah.
Instead.
So I would say that the original it is a remake of a 2002 Hong Kong film called Infernal Affair, which is about the police department. So it's like internal
Dude,
affair.
wait, how does
Switch
that?
to Infernal Affair.
Does that make more
And
sense?
so they switched
That does
to
make more sense.
in your the way I think about The Departed, of course, it's the bodies lining up around, but also you think about it, Leo has departed from the life of crime that his family was associated with, and then Matt Damon just doesn't really have an association until he gets kind of raised by Jack Nicholson,
Right.
who is now has to live this alternative lifestyle. So I really think The Departed is probably Leonardo DiCaprio, if I had to say specifically who that one was, but also it's just the piles of bodies that are lined up from Jack Nicholson also.
Lots of bodies.
Yeah.
But the movie essentially, it's Matt Damon and Leonardo DiCaprio are both living double lives. Matt Damon is undercover in the FBI, but he works for Jack Nicholson's mafia gang. And Jack Nicholson's a huge mob boss, just the worst classic mobster. And Leonardo DiCaprio grew up in that world, but joined the Stadies to try and
everybody has a Boston accent.
Everybody has a fucking Boston accent. They fucking talk like
Okay,
this
that's the only
fucking
reason why I'm
movie.
But he's a mole. Leo is a
Yeah.
mole, and Matt Damon is a
Mole.
A rat.
rat.
No, a rat and a mole. There you
No,
go.
he's a. Which one's a rat and which one's a mole?
No, Leo
flipped.
DiCaprio is a rat.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And Matt
Yeah,
Damon's
Leo's
a mole.
rat,
Can we
Matt Damon's
define
a
the
mole.
terms?
So a rat is someone who snitches. He's a
Okay.
snitch.
As-
And Matt Damon is giving
Like a spy.
the mob he's basically feeding the mob
Okay.
direct information. And he's infiltrated the system to the point eventually becoming he's like the man in charge.
Yeah.
He's trying to find out the undercover cops to find out who's in Jack Nicholson's gang. And so Leo has to try and vet himself and pretend and, work his way up through the ranks. It's a stellar movie. It does have that classic like Scorsese tough guy movie thing where they
Yeah.
say a lot of slurs.
Yeah.
they do. There's a lot of gratuitous violence. There's a lot of misogyny. A lot of like
Yeah.
It's a
treating
mob
women
movie,
like
that's what I would
shit.
expect.
So
Yeah,
all those
yeah.
things are to be acknowledged. But
Yeah, I might like it despite. I don't know if
I know.
Like
I think I
Martin
like it
Scorsese.
despite. That's the thing, huh?
I don't know if I like Martin Scorsese.
That's okay.
I might like it
You could
despite
keep your fucking
Martin
opinion to
Scorsese.
yourself.
Yeah, within the first 10 minutes of this movie, somebody says something in that horrible Boston accent, and it was like I was aghast.
Well,
You're
it
not
was
a
that-
cop.
Well,
Is
one-
that what it
well,
is?
one of the-
I don't
You're
remember.
not a fucking cop.
Are you talking about
Maybe
the
it
slurs
was
or the?
cop. No, it was
or
a
the Boston
word
accent?
that they
Oh, okay.
said with the Boston accent,
Cop.
not a slur,
Fucking cop.
nothing
Because
like that.
Jack
it was
Nicholson
just crazy.
says the N word like 30 seconds.
He
He
into
does
the movie.
do that. Yeah.
Have you seen-
warning for that?
Have you seen Matt Damon talking about Jack Nicholson? So there's that scene when we first meet him, and Jack Nicholson shoots that woman in the back of the head on the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
So Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson basically wrote that scene. He was talking to Scorsese. He's like, so you were sitting there, and if you point the camera at me, and I shoot her, but if we just keep it on me a little bit longer, I'll say she falls funny, and that's weird because it's there's like a way that people fall when you shoot them in the back of the head, and she fell differently. So he does this often, And then he's like, but if you keep it on even further, and it's just it's a funny thing to watch it. The link is right here. Just flat.
He just
He's
is like that.
Jack Nicholson is really good.
He plays such a good crazy man.
Yes.
That's true. I don't even need to watch the movie. I know that.
Motorcycle break. Or is that truck break?
What was like the last movie he was in?
Couldn't tell you.
Is it the bucket
bucket list?
Did you know that the bucket list?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You've done so
Did you know
many-
that the bucket list?
We're not giving airtime to the
the
bucket
term
list.
the bucket list didn't exist before the movie The Bucket List came
Cut
out.
that.
Did you know that?
I
Cut
did
that.
not know that, actually. Is that real?
Yeah.
Or are you fucking with
Yeah.
me right now?
No,
Okay.
people before 2007 they weren't calling shit the bucket.
I
calling
want
shit the
you,
bucket list.
everyone out there, Joey has done extensive research on this, has done high school projects on this. He
Wait,
has
really?
debated this for at least a decade. I want you to go into our email, whatwebeatlastweek@gmail.com. If you have research proving that the bucket list was mentioned before the 2010 film,
2007.
2007 film, The Bucket List, let us know.
Yeah, and don't use that shit of those backdated blogs. Those aren't real. They don't count. They
They're
don't count. They're backdated.
It's
They're
like
not real. And don't bring up that book that was edited to include a bucket list after 2007, but the actual book came out in 2004. Don't include that either. That's not real either.
Joey has done extensive research.
Clearly.
Joey also edited the Mr. Pibb Wikipedia page.
Anyways, Jack
cutting that out.
Nicholson's most
Yeah,
recent
Nikki, thank you for getting us back on the rail.
Jack Nicholson's most recent movie
Okay,
was
okay.
the romantic comedy How Do You Know? Right
the
before
fuck is
that,
that?
he was in The Bucket List.
Oh,
Toby
damn.
really has not acted in like
He's
Since
kind of
15
old,
years.
isn't he?
He's
I mean-
rich as fuck. He doesn't have to.
That's
Yeah.
He's 88 years old.
Rich
some
in
actors
88,
do it
I wouldn't
until
be
they
shit
die
either.
for the love of the game, and others are like, "Oh, got my bag. I'm done."
Do you think Bruce Willis would still be acting?
Yeah, I mean, he was acting into
was very
dementia.
recently.
He
Yeah.
was. He was like CGI'd
Yeah.
into a movie, into like that space movie or whatever. What
Yeah,
the hell
well,
was it called?
My vague understanding is that he would film for these cheap ass movies for like a couple days, and then they would often use like doubles to film from the back.
Because he's bald and that's easy.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
He's bald and that's
and
easy.
he would have an earpiece in, and they would be feeding him lines to
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
to say.
That's actually kind of sad.
It is sad. He like can't talk anymore.
But that was
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was his passion, so they found out a way for him to do it.
And like that's an
he was
accessibility
making
moment.
Yeah.
and he was making money for his family in his
Mm.
And
old
care
ass
is
age.
expensive.
Anyways,
anyways,
Right.
I also gave The Departed 4 stars.
I forgot to
So
write
I
that
think
in
they're
my book.
precisely exactly the same quality. The
I forgot to
Departed
write
and
that in my
Project
book,
Tommy.
so I will give that. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, it's one of those movies that if I were to rewatch it, it usually ends up at the top.
It's a good tenor.
It's a good tenor, close to 10, 9.5-ish.
Holds its weight. Over
Holds its
time.
weight, I feel. Like it's long, and I feel like it, usually ends up a little too much in people's like top movies of all time. But man, it's good.
It's pretty killer. Okay, did you guys watch any movies since last time? Have you thought about it?
Nothing of note.
Okay.
The other movie that we watched was
we've watched like 6 movies.
okay.
Hell
One
yeah,
of the other
guys.
movies we watched was War Machine, which was recommended by
Ooh,
Joey's
with Alan
dad.
Richardson.
The
Yeah.
new one, not.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was another War Machine movie
With Jack Reacher.
Hold on, dog.
Yeah. Reacher's in it.
Alan Richson. Alan Richson.
Yeah, he just beat that guy in his neighborhood.
Oh, that guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dog.
Jesus Christ.
Needed to cut down.
That guy stopped in front of him, made him almost crash. Anyway,
Wow.
Yes.
Alan Richardson is in the
So-
right.
Yeah.
War Machine 2026 is everybody's dad's favorite movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
my dad literally recommended it to me.
That's why I'm saying it's everybody's dad's
I've
favorite
seen-
movie.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of coverage of it. Like Netflix promoted a lot of the behind the scenes stuff really hard, and I've seen a lot of that, which kind of also made me not want to watch it as much because I kind of hate getting things.
Yeah,
spoiled
it's not very good.
It felt like an ad for
The Army.
Army.
The
Ew.
Are
Well,
they in
it's
the Army?
No, they are in the Army.
They are in the Army.
They are
Yeah,
in
They're
the
Army Rangers.
Yeah,
They're
they're
Army
Army
Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Rangers
I
lead the
don't
way.
wanna watch
Rangers
this
lead the
either.
way. So yeah, it did feel like a
I'm not
a.
watching this
Rangers
movie.
lead the way.
What's the military version of propaganda? It was that
It was Militarganda.
Militarganda.
Propaganda. That is the legit propaganda. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
OG
just-
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's just original
That's
propaganda.
regular homegrown.
Wait a minute.
Propaganda.
Wait a minute, we've circled all the way back around.
If only they had a word
We're
for
using
this.
words to their original meaning. That's actually hilarious.
Propaganda.
Well, thank you, veterans, for your service.
Thank
However,
you. Yes, we support the troops. We don't
well,
don't support Alan Richardson.
Should we talk about the military
this
industrial
movie.
complex?
We don't
on
support
this
the military.
We don't support the military.
Anyways, so it was fine. It was fine. It was kind of a weird little sci-fi moment as well.
There's
but
pretty much nothing to it.
Yeah,
like his brother dies and he wants to be a army ranger for his brother, and
Hell
so
yeah.
he goes and he trains, and on their final training mission, they come across an alien thing. They think it's part of their training, and then they fucking get exploded and die. A bunch of them die. It's kind of Predator-esque, where it's military people being hunted down. You know, I've never seen Predator though.
You've never seen Predator?
I've seen
Predator's awesome.
I've actually
a lot of
seen
good quotes in it.
movies.
The Predator, but I've never seen Predator. But it's so generic and
yeah, I gave
flavorless.
it a 5.5 for some reason because I
Damn.
feel like there are worse
That's
movies.
a low ball.
I give it 2.5.
Out of 5.
Yeah.
That's right about the same.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess I should say, since we all use fucking different scales.
I would
give it 1 out of 3
rating
stars.
is not consistent.
1 out of 3 stars, so it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
There's just nothing there. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah.
There's just nothing that's really worth. Sorry, Dad.
It's everybody's dad's. You know what? If you're a dad,
You probably like
You
it.
probably
That's the
will
thing of
enjoy
us.
it.
I think
not-
my dad is maybe the only person outside of this room who watched all or listened to 100% of the first episode of this podcast so far. So, sorry, Dad.
shout out
Thank
to
you.
Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're a great guy.
But
you
I
know what?
watched
None
it,
of us are
Dad.
fathers, so that's why none of us liked it, unfortunately.
We watched it. I think we'll.
Just
We can
quickly, we can touch on that we watched also Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Love it.
It's Lord of the Rings month.
Gave them all 5 stars and a heart.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
What can you
They're just
what
they're
can you do?
masterpieces.
What can you say?
Do you guys, whenever you watch Lord of the Rings, do you have to watch the extended editions?
I just do. I don't know if I have to, but I just do. And we watched it in theaters, and that's what they were playing was the extended edition. So,
Which was awesome.
I don't even know what's not in the extended editions at this point. Like,
A lot.
I mean, it blows my mind to look at the comparison of the scene where they show up at the tower in Isengard. I can't think of the tower's name, but and like in the non-extended edition, they just like show up, and then the one hobbit just finds the Palantir in the water, and they're like, "All right, let's go now. We're leaving, I
We're
guess."
out of here,
And
man.
completely skips Saruman's death and Wormtongue's death.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's probably the one part that's missing out of the not extended version that's like actually really important. I feel like the other things that get cut are probably not as important
Maybe,
as that.
yeah. I mean, like that's got to be like the most egregious exclusion. Like, I don't understand that at all.
We spent a lot of time with our butts in movie theater seats though too in order to achieve this. So
That's a
Yeah.
commitment
Oh,
right
when we
there.
were watching the Two Towers, there was a tornado warning, and we had
Oh
to
my
leave
God.
the
Oh,
theater
yeah.
and
Oh, no.
That's
and
so
go into the
scary.
hallway.
Yeah, that was
And
weird.
then we went back in, and it continued. But yeah, I mean, Lord of the Rings movies are perfect fantasy films.
Truly.
Yeah, they're fun, and I like the extended editions. I think it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree.
Yes.
There's one other movie we watched, Nikki. Louis Theroux's Inside the Manosphere.
Oh, I
haven't finished it yet.
Oh, is that a movie or is that a documentary?
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary.
Do you-
But that's
That's a
the
movie,
same.
right?
Yeah, those are.
Yeah,
it's a category of movie.
hey, hey. I didn't mean nothing by it. I was just asking a question.
is it a documentary or is it like a real movie?
Is it a documentary? Is this like one of those actual cinematography masterpieces? There's no script.
I thought it was pretty good. I don't think I've ever seen a Louis Theroux
Yeah, I don't
documentary
think-
before.
I haven't.
No.
And I've seen a lot of this Manosphere stuff before, so it wasn't like super shocking or news to me necessarily. And I
Yeah.
feel like there wasn't like a huge like shocking moment to like center the documentary around. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I didn't get a huge amount out of it. I think it was really well put together, and Louis Theroux is I felt like just from seeing this, I feel like he is a really good documentarian and a really good interviewer for this sort of thing.
He's a blank canvas in a way that I could not imagine to be.
Yes, yeah. My favorite part might be him sneaking off when he's supposed to be on the podcast.
Yes.
It's supposed to be on Fresh and Fit at night.
Yeah,
he just
I saw
like
that.
sneaks off with his camera crew and goes and talks to one of Myron's employees. And Myron's like, it cuts to Myron and he's just like looking for Louis. I really enjoyed that. But I give that.
Most of the guys at the beginning said that they did the interviews and then looked him up. They didn't know what he did before they talked to him, and they were like, "Oh man, I guess he might be doing a hit piece." Why would you not look that up before you do a fucking interview with
because
someone?
they're narcissists, and they
that's
just
true.
like attention.
That's
someone wants to talk to me and film it
And
and
about
put
me?
it somewhere.
Well,
and put it on
yeah,
the
it's
internet?
like, well, would they have acted that way had they known they were doing a hit piece on them? Would they have acted more extreme? Would they have acted
Right.
less extreme? Would they have acted more
It's
normal?
just like on principle, the fact that they didn't check until
Yeah.
after for most of them is
And,
great.
and the
Yeah.
fact they call it like hit pieces, like there isn't a huge amount of like editorializing.
No, it's
in
just-
it's just
They're just recording you.
That's the
Yes.
thing. Yes, it's there's a lot of people who say a lot of things, and there's a particularly loud person who says a lot of things in our nation today, and people are
Whatever
like,
could you mean?
"Why are you saying these why are you showing these horrible clips of this man?" You're like, "These
like
are
motherfucker. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
We
What
did
we
it.
got.
We
He's
didn't
right
do it.
here. What else are we supposed to say about him? He's saying these things. This is the news." Now,
All this is historical documentation, folks.
I have this is related to this.
Okay.
Would you
You're
consider
joining the
yourself?
Manosphere.
What was that?
You're joining the Manosphere.
Well,
Oh my God.
hey,
Don't fucking do
you're-
that to me.
That's
You've been
pretty close.
red-pilled?
That's pretty close. That's
okay,
pretty
sorry,
close.
go ahead.
Are you
Start calling me a
in?
female?
Are you too close to it, or are you so far removed? If you've never heard the term manosphere until maybe about a month ago, asking for someone.
I think you're probably who the documentary is for.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's
No.
important.
I would say that I knew these people. Like I knew the Andrew Tates.
Okay.
I knew this stuff was happening.
I
I
mean,
knew
you've
the
got a
Liver
pretty good
Kings.
Andrew
I know the
Tate-
Joe Rogans.
Andrew Tate
I know these
impression.
things. Huh?
You've got a pretty good Andrew Tate impression.
Oh my God! Please don't do it.
Bugatti.
Gotta throw a few Bugattis out there.
The face you did.
Bugattis out there. I
Yikes.
had a really
Ew.
good back whenever
I'm okay with
Andrew
that being
Tate was
bad.
like before the Romanian stuff, like when he was
That's so crazy.
everywhere,
Before he was convicted
when
of
he was
human trafficking.
everywhere,
Sex
I
trafficking.
had that impression down pat.
Yuck.
It was very funny though. Joey loved it.
I did. I hate to hand it.
Well, I'm not like for whatever reason, whatever side of the internet I'm on. I don't like. I didn't hear that term
Yes.
until pretty
I
recently.
envy you guys so much.
I know. I think you said it, or I heard it.
I
on
heard
like
it on a podcast,
podcast
that I was listening to.
and I heard it. I went, oh, that makes sense. I heard it and immediately understood what it was.
Yeah.
It's not like I was like, what is that?
I mean,
No,
to
but-
me, it's like alt right.
Yes, that's why I always just said I'm like it's red pill alt right.
Yeah.
As soon
but
as
it's like a
men
very
who are not
specific-
researchers started calling women out in public females, I was like, something is wrong.
Yeah. Well,
And there's always a vocabulary word.
I think if anybody doesn't know the Manosphere or Red Pill, I think you should watch the documentary because it is so it's so scary how young men are being like
Yeah.
radicalized by fucking algorithms.
That was the thing
pushing
that
this shit on them, dude. Okay, I got onto our new YouTube channel
Ooh,
account
scary,
what we
scary
beat
stuff.
last week, and like the first ad I got was like an ad about like, do you hate your fucking wife? Read
Oh
my
my
book
gosh.
about
Jesus Christ.
Really?
yeah, he didn't say your fucking wife, but it was literally like, does your wife do this and this and this? And it's like it was like an ad for a
Do
book.
women just repulse you?
Yeah, it was
and
literally like-
you kind of like just look at dudes and you just have like this admiration and like
Yeah, I'm like, this-
arousal you get.
If you
This
hate
account
women,
has-
leave them alone.
this account
Jesus
has nothing-
Christ. Jesus Christ. It's not that hard.
If you hate them, just
But
leave them
that's
be.
the problem.
Yeah.
Is
they
that-
won't.
Is that they think that they're lonely because no women will pay attention to them.
There's-
and it's
okay.
women's fault.
I unfortunately pointed in this direction on the internet a lot. Have you heard the theory of like the aborted girlfriends?
The
Oh my
what?
god.
All of these like
No, I
incels.
haven't heard that.
We might have to edit this part
Oh
out
my
because this is
fuck.
crazy. But all of these incels online think they're lonely because the women who would have been their girlfriends were aborted. And so they have like created these like submissive baby factory of women who they assume don't exist because liberals killed them.
Oh no!
Wow.
I was like, I've gone too far. I got to get off the internet for
no.
today.
That's insane.
So-
the
Yeah.
you mean the child that would have been born of maybe like an unfortunate situation would have probably
Teen
had
pregnancy has
had
gone
a
down a
bad
lot.
had a like a non-traditional upbringing or a difficult upbringing or
Who would have had to deal with low standards?
yeah something that
Someone
like
who would have been vulnerable.
Would've
Yeah,
been-
that's a woman.
Yes,
that
a
took
vulnerable
advantage of-
population.
yeah.
What I loved about the Manosphere, or the thing that
What I
was
love about the Manosphere.
no, okay.
Scary,
Cut
scary,
that.
scary.
Hey,
The only shocking thing to me, or the moment where I was like, "Ooh, I feel uncomfortable," was when they were out and about, and these young
Yes.
boys,
Yeah.
like adolescents,
And so earnest.
like 14-year-olds, running up to them like, "Oh my God, you're
Yeah.
I look up to you.
Yeah.
Let me get a picture
young
with
Florida
you."
boys.
oh
yeah,
no.
yeah. So
me sad.
that made me very upset. But otherwise, everything was not surprising to me.
Do they cover any of those like alpha male camps?
Camps.
No.
They-
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like
that's the
retreats that
thing.
you can do where some guy
scary.
with a beard who
They all just have fucking daddy issues and
he
hate
has
women.
a beard. He's like, I have a beard, so I'm a man, or has a. It's just something like that. There's usually
That
something
is like a
that.
thing. I don't understand it, but that
they,
is a thing.
They have something that defines them as a man, even though they may not necessarily even look like what maybe
have a
someone
very
would say.
funny
But they've deemed
historical note on
themselves
my
a
own.
man, and because I've deemed myself a man by whatever standard, I know how to make you a man. And so what I'm gonna make you do is do push-ups and yell at you while you cry, and then once you're broken down, I'll tell you are enough as long as you know.
Call that cult indoctrination.
Hey,
Yes.
hey.
Yes.
But sometimes the cults make you pay a bunch of money.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing
Those
with
do
these
cost a bunch
Manosphere
of
things.
money.
It's like pay for my courses on how to be a
Mhm.
man and get money and get a harem of bitches to call your own. That's like literally how they.
It's a scam, y'all.
It's a scam.
Nikki, what did you rate the Manosphere?
I don't even know how to rate that.
It's
On
a
like
must watch.
I know documentaries. I feel like I can't properly rate. I feel like they have to be rated on the star system, the 3-star system, because they're either good, they're okay, or they're bad. Like it's just
Yeah.
like I don't know.
I feel like it depends on the perspective it takes too.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, on a 3-star system, I'd give it like a 2 out of 3, just because that style of documentary isn't my personal preferred flavoring of documentary. But I think most people would enjoy it and get something out of it.
Okay.
I'd give it 2 out of 3 stars as well. Yeah.
Jeez.
God.
All right.
Jeez.
Little dog choking
He's
brace.
just
He
choking.
just be coughing.
He's just joking. Okay.
He's old.
I watched Jurassic Park also. It's pretty good.
Jurassic
Oh,
Park's
yeah.
always great.
Did you guys finish any seasons of TV
I
shows?
did. I actually watched a bunch of TV while I was doing other shit. I have a list. I watched Bridgerton. I finished a season of Man on the Inside. I watched season 2 of Minx, and I watched Vladimir.
Okay,
which
so
was
did
a little weird.
Let's start off with
did
the
you
first
finish
one.
a season of Bridgerton,
Yes,
or
I
did you
did.
watch all of it?
No, I just watched one season. But I watched the most recent season, and the 30-something-year-old oldest, one of the 30-something brothers, who's like finally ready to settle down, decides that he's in love with a servant girl whose mother is the 30-something woman, which is fucking crazy, but it's Bridgerton, so what do you expect? The costumes are fun. Nothing is realistic in a way that I appreciate.
I think Joey's trying to wrap his head around that math.
No, I was just trying to think of. I watched season 1 of Bridgerton.
It's all different.
Yeah, I know, and that's what.
and
and
It's
that's
like
why
loosely based on Cinderella in a fun way.
the season.
The
you
most
just
recent
watched,
season, yeah.
Interesting. Is there a season airing right now? Like coming out right
that
now?
one, it like just came out.
Is it the
recently.
gay one?
That's the one that they're filming right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, that's the one that everyone.
They like started that thread
Okay.
in this most recent
I think
season.
because
Okay.
this season didn't get the love that they
it
were
wasn't
thinking.
like anything super special. Other seasons
Okay.
have been better.
So now they're like, well, next time we're gonna give you the gays.
Gay
finally.
stuff.
And you're
Which
like,
I'm
you know
here
what?
for. I'll watch it.
Sign me up.
I'm
I-
here for.
I enjoyed the first season for what it was, but
It's pretty.
I wanted more of those main 2 characters, and when I realized it wasn't going to be more of them, I was like, I'm good. I don't need it anymore.
I thought
I've
that,
gotten my
but I
fill.
appreciated the other characters. Some I like more than others. And, like, the sex scenes are pretty good. I'll give them that. For Regency era, I'll give them that.
It'd be spicy.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the most recent season yet.
It's fun.
What would you rate that season?
Compared to the other ones, what rating system am I using?
Whichever
Whatever
one you
your
want.
favorite.
2 out of 3 stars. It was good, but like
Okay.
not the best.
Hell yeah.
I
Okay.
love 3 stars. What was your next show?
I'm looking at Nikki's list right now. I'm smiling. I watched the 2nd season of Man on the Inside.
What is Man on the Inside?
It's with Ted Danson. It's wonderful.
Ted Danson.
He plays a private investigator. And in the 1st season, spoiler alert, but it's been out for a while, he investigates. He, like, lives in a nursing home and investigates, like, a theft. And there's, like, a really wonderful dementia plot line. I watched it, like, all right before a big work event, and I cried, and it was very cathartic, and it was wonderful. The 1st season is 100% better than the 2nd season for that reason. But it's still a fun watch. The mystery aspect is fun. Ted Danson is a national treasure.
I love
So,
Ted
like,
Danson.
yeah,
now that you
it's
described
great.
that sounds like I feel like I
It's
saw
great.
ads for that and was like, "Ooh, that looks cute," and then I never.
It's very
watched
cute.
it.
It's like, yeah, it's sweet.
What do you rate that?
I'll give that 3 stars.
3 stars.
Even though the 2nd season is worse, the 1st season is wonderful.
Does Ted Danson, does he wear a wig? Does he have hair
I
plugs?
think that's his real hair.
He's like 80.
Some,
I don't know.
Some,
Some men don't lose their hair.
I guess so.
It's genetic.
I'm
It
not
just
going
kinda
to lose
is.
my hair, so that's...
Everybody thinks my dad wears a wig. He doesn't. Hand to God.
He just dyes his hair.
He does, and he won't admit that.
Oh.
But now the
you
world
know what?
knows.
Hey, that's gender affirming care.
Yes,
guys.
it is.
What was your next season of television?
Minx.
What is
Another wonderful 70s watch. It is about porn, so like if you're not ready for a bunch of dicks, don't watch it. But if you are, it's really fun. It's very raunchy. It's got great costumes. The 70s is so fun. But it's about it's got Nick from New Girl, and he plays
Jake
like
Johnson.
Jake Johnson.
Nice.
He plays like a big porn executive in the 70s.
Does he have a big mustache?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. But he meets this like feminist boss babe kind of girl who's like really trying to make like a she-woman kind of magazine, and he goes, just put dicks in it, like as a joke. And that's like the only way she can publish all of her like radical ideas. So it turns into like a really funny like, how can we get radical ideas across and also sell some porn?
So it's about a gay, not gay. It's about
It's a
a
little
male
gay.
male porn mag, feminist mag.
they the worlds collide a
Male
little bit
porn
in a way
feminist-
that's
feminist
very
mag.
fun.
That's
It's
interesting.
really, it's a funny watch. All the characters are really well developed. I wish it got another season, but it only got 2. It got canceled, I'm pretty sure.
What's it on?
Netflix. It's really fun.
It's
I think we're
on.
canceling our Netflix.
Yeah, we're about to do a major culling.
That's responsible of you.
Yeah.
Well, Netflix is raising their prices
No, it's
again.
fucking expensive.
Yeah,
It's
probably
pissing
gotta
me
cancel
off.
it.
Yeah, we're
All of our shows
tired.
are Netflix shows, so this is not an ad for them, but that is what I pay for. So
Yeah.
What do you give Minx?
I watched Minx on another platform. I think it only recently came to Netflix. When it first came out, like a few years ago, 10 out of 10. Still a 10 out of 10. I like it a lot. I love a 70s show. I am who I am.
What's your next TV show?
Vladimir.
What's
it was
that?
weird.
Is that about
Vampires.
No, it's not actually.
is that about
I was
Vladimir
really
Putin?
hoping it would be about. It's not about vampires or anything. It's a little horny, actually. It's not about porn.
Okay.
But it's about like professors who are in a really fucked up relationship and like sort of have an open marriage, but nobody really knows. And like college drama. Like new professors fighting for tenure and also having sex with more tenured professors and stuff.
Why is it called Vladimir?
Because one of the main characters is Vladimir.
Is he Russian?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
But the way it starts is really weird. And then you have to watch it just because of the way it starts. You're just like, what the fuck
Hooks
is
you
happening?
Pulls
And
you
then
in.
like the main character does a lot of like direct to camera stuff that you like
Oh, interesting.
sort of don't expect at the
Some
beginning. And
fourth
she's
wall
like, oh,
breaking.
she's talking to us. Okay, cool. So it was creative, but kind of weird.
What's that show where the woman breaks the fourth wall all the time?
More details, please.
Cut that. I thought one of you would know.
Breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
New girl,
No, not
Yeah.
what? New Girl should
House
Yeah,
of
doesn't she?
Cards.
doesn't she?
Is there any more
Doesn't she look
details?
directly at the
No, I don't have any more details. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Well,
I knew it. I knew somebody would know.
My roommates
Give
were
me
watching
any
it.
more details.
No.
My roommates were watching it.
Veronica Mars.
My roommates were watching it. It's an HBO show. Oh my god.
Euphoria.
What's it called? Start talking about something
The
else.
Bear.
I'll figure it out.
What are
Bear.
HBO shows?
What's
The Pit.
do you have one more show, or is that your last show?
I think I have one more actually. Oh no, Vladimir was my last one.
Okay.
Chewing gum?
I've never seen that or heard of it.
I don't think so.
I think she does a lot of fourth wall talk to camera
Does it have
stuff.
a priest in it?
Oh, Fleabag.
Fleabag.
Fleabag is
Thank
great.
you.
Fleabag is wonderful.
Thank
One of my
you so
faves.
much.
10 out of 10 for Fleabag.
Okay, I've heard good things about Fleabag. I was hoping somebody.
He's the one with that's the show with the horny priest. That would be
Okay.
very
Oh.
helpful. I would have.
Sorry. Well, I couldn't. I've never seen it. I don't
You
know anything
haven't?
about
Oh,
it.
it's
Yeah.
it's so good. Another show that should have gotten more seasons.
Oh, it's over.
It's canceled.
I finished a show, and we didn't. I don't think we talked about it last time.
Okay.
Cut this if we did. Did we talk about Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
We talked about it a little bit. But
I don't
now
know that we all
We didn't.
finished
I didn't
it.
finish
We
it because
hadn't
that was my
finished it.
homework. That was.
Yeah.
I said
Okay, we
yeah.
said
that
we
was
were gonna revisit it.
anticipation. Hey guys, I finished A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Hell yeah!
Finally. God
Finally.
damn.
We're all finished with it.
And I thought this is pretty good. I liked it. I want more of it. I'm sad that I got a little bit of
I'm
it.
pretty sure they're
and-
already
Yeah.
making more.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I know.
short. I feel like this would have made like a good like movie, even if it wasn't like a theatrical
Yeah.
movie. Just
They
like
probably will.
cut it down to like an hour and a half, and I think it would be a good hour and a half.
But I
film.
like having a little fantasy snack every week.
Yeah.
A weekly
Yeah.
something to look forward to. We need that.
It was only
times are
like
tough.
6 weeks. Oh,
Well,
only
Yeah.
6 weeks.
But it was like the last 6 weeks of winter. That was nice.
It was nice. It was such a. It was a lovely little snack each
Mhm.
week, because the episodes are pretty short. They're only like
Yeah.
30 minutes.
which more and more,
A little
God,
peek.
we watched one episode of a show today, and we thought it needed to be over, and there was still 10 minutes left.
There's
so
like 18 minutes. It was crazy. Did you know Invincible season 4 started coming out?
Yes.
I had no idea.
I knew it was coming out very soon.
4
now it
episodes
is.
are out.
the eyes.
I didn't.
But
We'll have
you
me's for that.
do you have a rating for do you have a rating for
I think that
A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
I wasn't as stoked about it as I was a lot of Game of Thrones. I'd probably say
Well,
it was
sure.
like I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10.
It's not as epic.
It's not as epic, but
It's
it was
more
much-
It
fun.
still was fun. I
Smaller
liked the
story.
the characters were well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
The acting was fantastic. The direction was fun.
It was still
But, like
pretty gory.
whenever they did the fight scenes, those were really cool.
Yeah.
I liked the whole last episode was really cool. But I mean, it was cool.
Okay.
It was cool.
It
It was
ju-
cool, but it wasn't. It like didn't feel
It
like.
didn't satiate your like Game of Thrones.
I felt like it kind of
okay.
just made me want season 3 of House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
They're releasing it
Season
in
3.
June.
I know.
We haven't
I'm
watched
very excited about it.
any
Felt
of
like a
that.
good.
We'll watch that when season 3 comes out.
You haven't seen season 2 yet.
I haven't seen season 1.
Oh my
You haven't seen
goodness,
season
it's so
one.
good.
Season 1 is
I
really
prefer it
good.
more than
Season
the
2
normal
is
Game of
pretty
Thrones.
good too. But season 2, the thing is, they had to cut it short
Yeah, they
because
got
of because of like the strikes.
Yeah, they got
and-
fucked by writer's
There's
strike.
multiple
Yeah,
reasons,
and
yeah.
so
It did end.
there was a
kind of
lot, and so it
abruptly.
ended short, and you could tell it ended
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
And so you're like,
But it's
all
still
right.
so good. I
And
like it so much.
But no, so there was it from what it was up until it ended. It was good. I enjoyed House of the Dragon, so I'm excited to have it back. I'm ready. Let's Targaryen stuff. Let's get some more incest in there, baby.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! I just love
Name
those
one thing
sil-
wrong with incest.
Everything.
A lot, yeah.
I
What-
can't
did
think
you
of
rate? did you
Men,
rate
people.
Yeah,
Ugh.
8. I said 8. I said 8 out
Got
of 10.
8 out of 10?
Keep that in.
Okay.
You ruined my career.
Me and Nick have been through a lot this week. I think we're both delirious.
Honestly,
Yeah, it's been
I've
weak.
been working 9.5 and 10-hour days.
Jesus.
I'm
OT?
being silly now, huh?
OT?
OT,
that
man,
OT?
I'm getting
I love that for
huge
you.
OT. We're an hour into the pod. Yeah, this is getting silly now. All right,
getting
guys,
silly.
we're only done. Are we done
Are
with
we doing
shows?
anything
No,
We-
we've got one more season of a TV show. We
Okay,
watched
let's talk about
one
it.
TV show.
Season
Bear.
4.
The Bear,
Of The
season
Bear.
4
I
of the
have
Bear.
not seen the
I haven't
new
finished
season of The
4
Bear.
You know what? That's fine.
We'll try to watch it.
I think it was better than season 3.
Nothing happened. Nothing
Season
happened.
3 of
happened
The
in
Bear
season
felt
3.
like season 4 of every other
He
show that's
spent,
kind of
like,
come out recently.
3 weeks trying not
where-
to talk to someone.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
season
my-
4 was just like it felt
And
like
it stressed
season
me
4 of
out.
Stranger Things felt like season 4 of The Boys, where things happen, but like the last episode or two is kind of like tying things together almost.
But not the
and,
things
like,
you
preparing
want.
for like
kind
the
of
next
leave.
season.
We kind of leave off, and
Yeah.
we're preparing for the next season. But that's what happens in the last episode of those seasons. Whereas this was like a whole season of preparing for like the 4th season. I feel like
Yeah.
the 4th season should go hard. Does
Well,
it go hard?
It doesn't go hard. I think.
Damn.
The vibe I'm getting from every season of The Bear is that they have like a central episode that they write the rest of the season
Yeah.
around. And this one has another one of those episodes where it's like an hour long. It has a bunch of guest star actors and a lot of the
Like
character
Seven
development
Fishes.
stuff goes through that. Yeah, like the Seven
That was a
Fishes
great
episode.
episode.
We fucking skipped that
Yeah.
episode the first time we watched
Damn.
The Bear
I will
by
never get
accident.
over that.
Like Hulu fucked
That's
us.
so crazy. Oh my god.
Because everyone was talking about it, and I was like, "What are you guys?"
like,
Jamie Lee
talking
Curtis's
about?
nails.
Jamie Lee Curtis like won like an Emmy
Yeah.
or something. I'm like, she was like in a flashback for like 2 seconds.
That's
Like, why did
right,
she win?
yeah.
And then I looked. I'm like, we missed like the longest,
The
most important
biggest
episode.
That's so funny.
But yeah, season 4 is a little bit more of the same, and it's the issue I've been having with a lot of TV seasons of just like, maybe this didn't need to be a whole season of a television show. I don't know if
Yeah.
like this story
Like
carries.
season 3 and season 4 should have been one season, in my opinion. Season 4, Carmen develops empathy,
Yeah.
and becomes a human being.
Oh, lovely.
That's
Good.
that's all you need to know.
At the end of season 3, we left him in a
But won't
state.
talk to his girlfriend. Cool,
well,
cool,
yeah,
cool,
and
cool.
he's just like, well, he finally gets to meet Joe McHale or whatever.
Yeah, and
Joel-
We
Joel
don't get
McHale.
we don't get really like a cathartic like
Yeah.
yelling or punching him in the head or anything.
Mhm.
Like I kind of wanted.
It's just like restaurant stress. And
But
no
I feel
catharsis.
like it almost kind of felt like life, though. It's just like
I don't
sometimes
wanna
you
watch
get
that.
you get the what?
I don't want to watch that.
Yeah.
In my free
Well, someone
time.
But the
interesting
thing
things
is,
to happen.
but I would say classically, there's so many times where you get something that you've been wanting. You wanted he's wanted this opportunity to just be alone with this guy, to
Yeah.
just to fucking kill him, to like
Yeah.
stab him with a knife, or to berate him, or to let all of his trauma out on him, and he's speechless basically, and the
Yeah.
guy is still an asshole. He's just like, I made you good, you're welcome, adios dickhead, and he fucks off.
yeah.
They did do a really good job in season 4 of like exploring themes of grief in a real life way. So, I think it is
Cool.
well done.
I'll
I just
cry.
kept finding myself like looking at my phone and
Yeah.
wondering like, is this episode almost over?
Yeah.
Just
That's not a
and
good
I think
sign.
that's just also because we are tired
Yeah, that's
psychologically.
But
Mhm.
I mean, I can appreciate the slow pace and the artsy filming that they do
It's a lot of
in
art.
this show.
It's beautifully done.
I can appreciate
I
that.
like pretty food.
Mhm.
I want a little more substance from it, and I'm also getting a bit tired of the way they talk in this show, like the way that the characters talk over each other
Yeah.
in order to make every scene feel like hectic and stressful. It's wearing really thin on me. Like it was interesting, and I felt like fresh to me at least in the first couple seasons, and. I mean, it's happening in scenes where it doesn't need to be happening. It's like, motherfuckers, you can just talk normal.
Well, now I want to talk about
Yeah, exactly. It's. I feel like it's sort of run its course
Yeah.
with that.
I feel like there's so many, because that's a famously hard thing to do.
Yes.
If you're talking in a show, if you've watched live theater, if you see TV, if you see you see these moments where someone is supposed to cut someone off, but they don't cut off in the right
Yeah.
moment, and someone interjects like right there, and you're like, well, all right, you threw it off. Like you hear
You
that. I think
threw
you
it
hear it most in video games. You'll hear that because
Yeah,
it's
well-
hard to sometimes sync up because it's they're not talking to
Yeah,
each
they're
other in real
recorded
life
separately, yeah.
They're usually recorded separately,
there's-
except
Yeah.
for like those high budget like Naughty Dog games where they're like in a room acting in mocap suits.
Yeah,
But-
it's like impressive, like impressively acted.
Yes.
It's just
it's
feels
just
like
it's it's
too
getting
much.
old.
Yeah,
You can only have lobster so many times.
and it's I also think a lot of it seems, I could be wrong, but it seems obviously like ad-libbed or improvised. Like
Mhm.
they know what the information they need to get across in a scene, and then improvise those like interruptions
Yeah.
and talking over each other, and it just I don't know.
I can feel that with like certain comedies is that you'll see
Ghostbusters
where you're
2016.
you're just watching a bunch of comedians kind of riff. Like it's like watching like Grown Ups or something.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched like the bonus scenes or like the bloopers of Grown Ups?
Yeah, where they've got like 15 other line reads where they
Uh-huh,
make up
uh-huh.
other stuff. Yeah.
They're just saying those
That
movies
sounds
probably
fun.
have more B-roll than like The Departed did. Especially it's crazy. Like those movies will have mountains and mountains of film, but then you look at what was it? I think it was American Sniper. Or no. I don't remember what it was.
That's
it
my
was
favorite propaganda.
It was
I
a
wanna watch that one.
it was a Clint Eastwood movie. And I think Matt Damon was working with him, maybe. I don't remember. Got that. It was a Clint Eastwood movie. But he famously does one take.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, fuck it.
He's like, fuck it, that was great.
Go.
He's like, did you not do your job right?
Right.
Are you stupid?
Crazy.
I didn't rate it.
Oh,
I'd probably give it 2 stars out of 3 just because it's still pretty quality. I wish there was more cooking in this season. It's not that much cooking in this cooking show.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
They call
Oh.
it the bear. They don't call it the kitchen.
Yeah.
Does
I mean, the
Marcus
Bears
get more pastry time? He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
He gets
okay,
focused
I'll watch
and yeah, there's more.
I'll watch it
there's,
for him.
there's some Marcus stuff.
Yeah,
there.
there
There's
is some
good
Marcus
I'll
Marcus
tell you,
stuff.
Will Poulter was a fantastic guest star in the 3rd season.
Will Poulter, he will guest star in the 4th
He's
season.
back.
Hell yeah.
He's back.
That was our one TV show. Josiah, you didn't watch any more TV shows?
No, I mean, I finished
Any
an
more
arc
seasons?
of Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, but I mean, who needs to
Pretty good?
Who needs to
or-
talk about that? Yeah, it gets
You can
gets
talk
better.
about it if you
It
want
gets
to.
better. It gets better. Naruto just instantly kind of becomes a god. It's crazy how he goes from like, I did all this training, and he kind of gets put in his place pretty quickly by he's like, I am weak as shit, and then he just learns. He's like, I got a cheat code. He has this ability. It's called multi-shadow clone jutsu.
Yeah.
He can create 1,000 of himself. And when he does this, he can multiply his training exponentially because each clone, whenever it returns back to him, retains the experiences of that clone that it had. So if he were to do
That's
like
kind of a fun
1,000
thing.
push-ups or something, or like were to like read 1,000 books individually, came back together, he then now has read a library essentially.
I want that power.
And
Yeah,
so
I
he
multi-clone
does
Wish
that,
I could do
and
that.
he
Jerk
uses
off.
this cheat code to essentially master,
Bait.
like master like 3 different kinds of abilities that take decades for a normal ninja to do, and then he becomes essentially the strongest ninja kind of around because he masters this specific technique of like infusing his body with nature energy. That no one else has achieved this level of completion, and he just is like, okay. And these guys like that are just destroying the whole village, killed his master, like just like these guys who are super badass. He just is obliterating them. He is just a god, essentially.
satisfying?
He just comes back. Yes, it is very satisfying. He just comes back and you're like, oh yeah, this guy's the best.
You're like, this is why I've been watching
This is why
show.
I've been watching Naruto, because those are moments. But all the other, I feel like everything else before that was always through the power of will and perseverance and believing in yourself and never giving up. Naruto just always had this virtue to him that everyone was drawn to. Everyone thought he was super annoying, and then after some confrontation with him, some fight, some whatever, they learned that he's like, you know what? That guy believes in himself and his friends and has core values. That guy's a great guy, and I
See?
want to be his
Core
friends.
See, Manosphere people,
And he's like, I want to be that guy's friend.
incel people.
And
Maybe
he just
you should watch
he just
Naruto
gains
instead.
friends.
I
He just-
guarantee you'll find friends if you watch Naruto.
Yes, you will. And you know what? Your friends probably your new friends. They might need to wear some more deodorant, but they'll be good.
Nerds
They'll have
fuck.
good hearts. They'll have good hearts. I'm not saying that you don't fuck if you
That's
smell.
what that would
This
be good
is
for
just-
the incels, is what I'm saying.
This is just hygiene corner.
This is just
everyone.
hygiene corner.
Put that DO on every day.
Exactly.
Did you guys finish any arcs of anime?
No.
It's the only anime I watch, guys. Come on. I don't watch other
I
anime.
haven't opened that door yet.
I have been. What's
It's
the
barely
one?
anime.
What's the vampire one you keep? Fuck that.
Castlevania?
Castlevania. I have been. I love vampires. I don't want to watch an anime. I've been told about it like 400
It's
times.
cool.
It's a Netflix
I've
anime. It's
seen-
barely an anime.
It's barely an anime. It's basically
I've seen like
thing
a
is,
synopsis
it's
of it.
American animation is interesting because basically anything out of Japan that's animated is just anime.
Yeah.
And so we have like
Any
what we
genre.
consider animated cartoons. It's like you think of like King of the Hill, you think of SpongeBob, you think of like anything
Big
that's kind
Mouth.
of you think of like these raunchy and or comedies or
Yeah.
silly things. Whereas if there were a more like serious toned animated
I don't like being
production
horny
made,
for a
people
cartoon
almost
character.
don't like. They don't get it here. They're kind of like that.
Yeah.
Before they wouldn't get it. Like
Their
you don't.
animations can be basically
Yeah.
be anything.
Yeah, exactly. And so now there's kind of a switch to where we're getting more American styled animated series that aren't necessarily raunchy and or silly comedies.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for TV shows.
Cool. That's it.
Books.
Books. Y'all read any books?
I want to talk real quick about Tender's the Flesh because I started Tender's the Flesh.
Oh,
That's
nice,
the one Nick
nice.
was
We
talking
talked about it last week.
Last week, where humans are farmed as meat,
Okay.
and I've gotten about like 3 hours into it. I'm not even that far into it, but
It's a short audiobook.
almost nothing has actually happened in the book so far. There's not really any plot going forward, really. There's a lot of detailed description of how the farming of these human animals basically works, and that has led me to feel like it is a vegan book. I had to Google it because I was like, what the fuck is the point of this? What is going on? And she is a vegetarian. The author of the book is a vegetarian, but she's like, that's not the point of it. The point of it is how humans treat other humans. And I get it mostly because it is a lot about like how we can other and we can rationalize like how we treat other people by just using certain terms, like they call them heads or meat or product, and then they don't treat them as human.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, but I don't know. I want to continue it because it's only like 7 hours total, this audiobook, but I'm just not feeling it a whole lot currently.
Don't make yourself finish things.
It feels like is it preachy? Do you feel, or does it feel propaganda?
I thought it did, and then she's like, actually, it's not really about that. I'm like, motherfucker. It's like she did all this research on how animal, like, how this process happens. Like, she wanted to do a bunch of research on this, and then she's like, okay, I did all this research. I got to use all of this. I got to put this all in the book as I learned it, like, but apply it to humans. And it is interesting, and it is gross, and it makes me feel strong things that books often don't, like, elicit, and I like that a lot, but I don't know. And I'm bugged as fuck, actually, that they refer to the main character as he, and it's really confusing, as they don't refer to him as anything other than he.
There's not a name?
Just like an animal you use for farming. Why would you name the cow you're going to slaughter?
So
just makes
true.
it harder.
Dairy farmers name their cows.
Shh. Not a
Have you ever
slaughterhouse,
think about
babe.
how
Not.
cows for milking are always
Do you
pregnant?
think Tyson names
Yeah.
all those chickens?
Yeah.
Josiah, have you ever thought about how cows for milking are always pregnant?
Pumped with all them
What?
hormones.
They're always pregnant,
What?
so they can be milked.
Real?
Real?
Real talk? No cap?
Yeah.
Isn't there a hormone they can
Yeah,
use that
they
like
get injected with
makes
stuff.
them
Yeah.
I don't think
stimulate?
they're
Yeah,
gonna
that's in
have
called
season 4 of The
sperm.
Boys.
No,
into their
no,
eggs.
no.
It's called sperm, and we put it there.
Anyways, so
I
you
don't-
may DNF.
All
it,
right.
but
I
you
may
haven't
DNF
decided
it.
yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yuck.
Fact check.
Cow fact check from Joey while editing. Cows are in fact impregnated artificially about once a year to keep them producing milk. They stop producing milk only 2 months out of the year. I don't know or understand the process of artificial insemination, apparently, because while looking at the Wikipedia article, the example has a dairy farmer sticking his hand into a cow's ass up to the elbow. So I don't know what's going on. Real, what we beat last week, Patriots classified this as true.
All right. There we go.
It's for the cows
Oh.
are always pregnant when they're being milked.
Trippy.
Trip just fell over.
Talk about music.
Huh?
Did we talk about albums?
Yeah. You finish an album?
A new album did come out that I love and I want to talk about. But
Okay.
first
After
still
the
talking
book.
movies. I was going to
After
say
the
Nikki
books.
has the floor right
That
now.
was off mic. All right.
I finished A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle Jensen,
Oh, I've heard of that one.
which was pretty good. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's kind of like it is a Nordic romantasy. So it has some fun like Viking stuff and some actual Norse mythology stuff that was really fun.
Okay.
That's different.
And it wasn't just porn.
I can appreciate that as well.
Which is what the next book I finished, which is Trick by Natalia Jaster, was just porn.
So, whatever you do with your free time, I love
gave
that
that
for
a
you, girl.
2 out of 5 stars.
2 out of 5.
This is the one I heard Nikki listening to, and I'm like, what the fuck are you?
I started to
Like, I know this
it's
can get,
art. It's art.
I know these can get raunchy, but
okay,
what the
here's
fuck
what
is going on?
here's what I knew about this book going into it, that it's a jester that falls in love with a princess. And I was like, that sounds fun. That sounds cool.
That can be silly. There's some hijinks. There's some
And it was
interesting
like
things to be there.
full chapters, back-to-back chapters, one of his POV, one of her POV.
Oh, hell yeah. Get to relive
So
it.
like
Rashomon.
40 straight minutes. Yes. 40 straight
That's
minutes.
crazy.
sometimes.
40.
So I started
Was it
to...
an audiobook?
I
Damn.
did
Okay.
listen to the audio.
40
audiobook.
minutes of porn is a lot. Like, that's
Says the
excessive.
man. I was giving it.
40
I'll take
minutes
the
of
book.
porn is a lot.
So I started skipping through some of those
crazy.
chapters because I am here for the plot. And guess what?
She's an intellectual.
The plot wasn't very good. There was some
It
interesting.
seems like it was written for something other than the plot.
Guys, stop fucking and tell me how your magic system works.
Does he have wings?
Actually, no, he doesn't even have wings. There was some cool disability representation.
Okay.
But it was just a weird like sub thing that happened.
they
every
also
once in
It
a
wasn't
while.
like a fetish,
No,
like
no,
a
no.
fetish or anything like
No,
that.
no, no, no. This
Okay,
was
good.
like the main character.
Was it cool or was it just there?
It
Just
was
throw it in there.
cool, but I don't know. I mean, just in general, the plot was lacking. So there's
Anything
that.
to spice that up besides the sex. That was already spicy.
And then they did the thing that I hate the most, which is at the very end, like the very last chapter, like opened it up to be a sequel type of a thing.
Sequel
And I
just
I
like-
already didn't care about the characters, and then they
Yeah.
did that, and I was like, wow.
Not reading that sequel.
So 2 out of 5. I was disappointed. You can't trust those book talk girlies. Is all I gotta say.
They're not well sexed.
Now, hold on a sec. So you're saying 2 out of 5 for the
So they're
whole
not well
thing.
sexed?
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
they need the 40 minutes of porn.
Yeah, fair enough.
No shame.
Femcells. Sorry, go ahead.
Themselves.
I don't.
What? Okay,
I
so
wanna
the
fact
2
check
out of
that one.
5 is all of it combined. Separate the because it seems like a lot of it is not necessarily for the plot. It seems like a lot of it is for the
Was the sex well
raunchiness.
written?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's split it into 2 categories. What's the sex and what's the plot? What would you give each of those?
I don't like hearing the word slit,
I don't want to. I don't want to listen to it.
Yikes.
shaft.
Shaft. Okay. Shaft is fine.
They gotta
Clit
refer
is
so
They gotta
yucky.
refer to it somehow.
His manhood.
My warmth.
My warmth. Oh boy.
Gross.
Yum. This is the gross section. Don't listen to this at work.
Not safe for work. These are just words.
Headphones
Yeah.
in part of the podcast.
Feel free to blush.
So yeah, I mean the
doesn't sound
jester is like a very sexy kind of. He paints his nails and he has earrings and stuff. So that's kind of a fun thing that you don't often get in this kind of a fantasy novel. So that was kind of interesting.
Pretty goofy guys. We can sympathize with the jester character.
Just a privilege.
Where all my goofy kings at?
Oh my
Where all my goofy jesters at?
So yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't appreciate
Word
that.
choice
I
alone.
prefer there to be like a nicely developed like love story, and this was another one of those where they just like instantly are enamored with each other,
Yeah,
and
I'm not
I don't
into
buy that.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, that's fair. 2
Fair
out
enough,
of 5
I'll
star
take it.
stands.
And then the other book I finished was The Haunting of Ashburn House.
Ooh, spooky.
Which is a spooky book. I did listen to an audiobook. I gave this one 3.5 out of 5 because I was able to go into the basement and listen to it and not be
you immersed yourself?
horrified. So it was.
So you thought it was good because of that? See, I like horror that scares me if I'm home alone. Like that's the mark of a good scary book.
That's why I gave it 3.5 and not 4 stars because
wasn't scary enough.
I was able to successfully go into the basement while listening to it, and it's a dark basement.
That makes more sense.
It's a scary basement.
It is spooky. I thought it was interesting and fun and had like weird magic stuff too. And there's a cat involved.
I'm going to finish my magic book for next time and I'll be able to talk about it because I have cool
Excellent.
magic stuff to talk about.
I have a book I'll try reading.
Okay.
Have you learned?
No.
You figured it out?
I mean,
or-
it's like...
He can read.
I mean, there's like an audiobook about it, I think.
Okay,
What are you
yeah,
talking
that's good
about?
enough.
Huh?
What book
Learning
is
to
that?
read?
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
they
generally.
tell you how to read.
Oh.
Wow, that's so helpful.
You gotta pick it out for me, though.
An
I
A
can't. I
is
don't know which
shaped
book
like
to
Can't
a
buy.
read it,
triangle.
I don't know which one to get.
Rachel, did you finish any books?
No, I'm like so close to finishing a very cool book, but I don't want to get into it until I can like talk about the ending. But
Good
if you
call.
want to watch, if you want to read Babel, it's like 21
It's
hours.
on my
Babbo.
to-read
You wanna
list.
It's like
read
21
Babel.
hours. It's taken me a while to get through, but it's
It's
very
on my
cool.
to-read list. I think I have it.
I bet you if I replaced all of my Reels time,
Yeah.
I probably
You could.
If I
listen
got rid
to
of all
some-
of my podcast listening throughout the week,
Yes,
I
if
would
I
have
stopped listening to my
But I have my
podcasts,
weekly
if I stopped-
podcast.
That's literally what I did. Is I stopped listening to podcasts.
See, I don't. I
Yeah,
have
I gotta do
Because-
that. I've stopped listening to most of my podcasts.
See, I'm holding on tighter to podcasts now more than ever. Actually,
I'm getting rid
Well,
of them.
I stopped listening to podcasts because I get enough of the real world in my day-to-day life. So
I know.
That's
well,
fair.
well, all my
You-
podcasts are video game podcasts, D&D podcasts.
Yes.
I listen to real world podcasts, but I have to stay informed. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yuck.
Okay. Music. What album?
Okay,
Did
the
you
Yes.
album that came out this week that I am loving. It's weird. I'm putting it on my like slutty Ren Fair playlist.
Okay.
I'll
It's
put it on
Big
mine, too.
Disgrace by Haute and Freddy. It's so fun. It's very whimsical. It's like if you were doing coke at the Ren Fair. This is what I would put
Show
on.
show
Oh,
the class
so-
the artwork.
The artwork
it's
is
some
fun.
a jester. kind
It's
of a
like
playlist.
it's like jester core.
literally.
It really is.
Ah.
But it's great. It's really fun. If they come to the city, I want to go dance really hard. I think it'll be a really fun
If they
show.
visit city.
I didn't say the city.
I know.
could have.
I know. I'm just
I
saying,
got myself.
No, I'm just saying it was funny. Like
We're
it was
near
just
a
throw
city,
in the
a
word-
medium-sized
word
metropolitan area.
city. City. Size
Redacted.
city.
Mario, press the button.
But yes, it's good. It's fun. It'll make you dance around. It made me work a little quicker when I needed to this week. So
Hell yeah.
Love that.
love
Rate
it.
it.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Jesus.
Nice.
You're
If things make me
throw
feel
those
good, I'm not
around.
gonna question it too much. You guys are way in the weeds about everything.
That's why you got to do 3 stars.
I enjoy things.
Me and
3
Joey.
stars.
Okay,
Good,
3
bad,
stars
great.
then.
Me and Joey have had lots of time discussing with ourselves and friends like how to meticulously rate something, how to like pull something apart, how to say if something's good
See,
or
I
not.
do enough
That's
of
why
that.
I'm
at
over
them.
it, and I'm ready to
I don't want to
3
do that in my
stars.
free
Yeah.
time.
That was like 7 a.m. Hop off the bus, stand in the hallway,
Argue with each
Have a
other.
lot of
argue with each other.
opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josiah, you finish any albums or learn any songs?
Did you finish any albums?
Did I finish any albums? What are you looking at me for? Oh, did I finish? Oh, did I finish recording an album? I have all my perfect takes for the album that I'm recording,
Yay.
Oh, okay.
and
So that's coming.
we're working on it.
Is that what that checklist means?
Yes, that checklist. There's
That I
a
keep saying in the group
a little
chat.
checklist that keeps floating around. Basically, the initial check marks were for day 1 of recording
Okay.
to see if we got them, and then if the box is bold, that's day 2 of recording, and if you got a perfect take on that one. The idea is to try to get 2 perfect takes of every song, so that way you can layer them on top of each other, and it makes everything just sound thicker.
Oh.
But also it kind of just helps to it sometimes can hide things. So like let's say that maybe you think that your perfect take is slightly off, the more perfect take or the take that has that spot perfect in it kind of covers it up.
Okay, interesting.
Science.
So
Didn't
yeah,
know that's
there's
how.
a lot of good stuff coming from
He's
it.
a
But
recording artist.
album should hopefully we're coming through it just to kind of view everybody's things. We're doing another recording this weekend just to hit the songs that were a little bit of a struggle for everybody, and I feel as though it's going to come out this year. The album that I've been working on since at least 6 years. It's been various states of being released, being recorded, having to shut down because of COVID, having to
shutting down
like
the city
come
because
back
of
together. COVID. Life is, we're getting older, so it's getting even harder to get together. But we kind of just made a big effort to really do this. So I'm excited. I don't know how much longer I can work a 9 to 5. I do not know how much longer I can do it.
Your 9 to 5 has been testing you recently.
My 8 to 6 has been
that's
driving me insane.
Well,
but
once we put one ad every 4 minutes and then hire a Chinese bot farm to watch the podcast through on every service, then I think we'll be flush.
Yeah. Well, so yeah. Hey, if I can do this and I can play my music, that's all I need in life.
Amen.
It's
I've got like 7 or 8 more podcast ideas.
Yeah, I know. We got all these podcast ideas.
Well, and we're going to open a bookstore that's somehow going to...
We're going to have a media
that.
company.
Love
a
that.
media empire.
I've always said this. I've always had this idea of having like kind of like a small store of some sort where I have a stage and people can come and just for if no fee at all, a very minimal fee.
Charge a cover.
Just do like I'm popping in and doing like a quick little set of something, and as opposed to like all these open mics where they're like, okay, we have open mics on Wednesday from 8 to 2, and you have to get here and you have to sign up on this list. It's like it'll be more often. I don't know. It's a beta idea, but I feel like that would always be cool to have a place where people can get out there and get more like live experience. That's the most important part. You can play all the guitar in your room if you want until you're actually doing it on stage with people reacting. It's different.
That makes sense.
Did you beat any games, anybody? Me neither.
No.
Did you win any scratchers?
No.
Nope. I didn't play any scratchers this time.
What the
I
fuck?
finished a painting, but that's hard to talk
Aw.
about on audio.
You're entering
What is it of?
No.
No.
Oh.
Nope. You still put yourself out there, and that's okay. But I finished a painting that I've been
What
working
is
on
it
for a
of?
few years. Peace sign.
Nice.
Hard time to talk about peace, but that's also time to pivot this conversation. Anyway,
Entering your painting era?
I've always been a painter.
She's been a painter.
Okay.
That's
I have
her
an undergrad
identity.
painting
I
degree.
was just trying to guess what Josiah was going to say. Okay, if that's it, I think we're done.
All right.
Thank you for listening to What We Beat Last Week. If you want us to, if you have any recommendations for us, or if you want to correct us on anything, or if you disagree with anything that we've said, email us at whatwebeatlastweek@gmail.com. Leave a review, leave a rating.
Rate, review, subscribe.
Right, fuck off.
Hey, hit that bell icon to get notifications of
Wish I
when we
didn't say
upload
anything.
every week.
Got that.
I'm going to edit it out, and it's just going to end with...
Thanks for
with
watching.
nothing.
We have an email address. What we beat last
I
week
said it.
at gmail.com.
I said that.
Make sure you hit that bell icon. I'm tired.
It's been a long week.
Peace be with you.
Thanks.
And also with you.
With your spirit. Do you hear it now?
Yeah.
Oh. Are you lying?
Yeah, I hear that.
Fucking this guy.
Problem solvers.
Fucking guy.